Welcome back to the Sinker Guy Garage. Today we're going to talk about getting prepared to go to the beach fishing. Some of the things we don't think about. This video should help you. Might even help you get things that you really need that you might forget the night before. Watch the video. Hit subscribe down below. Some good stuff coming. So after reevaluating the list, one of the big things for me is I don't really like wearing sunscreen. So I always make sure that I wear a long sleeve shirt and long pants. I picked these up at Academy. They have the Magellan brand. They also have the Columbia brand. There's lots of great fishing stuff out there right now. Go ahead and figure out which you like the best. I like these big hats. Obviously straw hat's got a little bit bigger profile. One that I really like when the wind's blowing, because if you got a straw hat on and the wind's blowing, oh my goodness, it's about to just choke you and everything else. A guy made these called the pop hat, and it is awesome. It just pops up right, and then you can just actually fold it, put it in your pocket. It's pretty awesome product. If it's super windy, I'm wearing this guy to protect myself. Always make sure that I have my umbrella, and the umbrella can actually cool off the beach a lot for you out of the sun. It can be 90 out and it feel like 80. So that's one of the big things. I always want to make sure I have my umbrella on my fishing cart, and then also I want to make sure I bring my sand flea rake. Most of the time those are forgotten, as the umbrella and the sand flea rake, and they can really make a difference in your fishing. I've been using these new towels that have just come out, and the fish towel has just come out. I got these from Renworks Outdoors up in Fernandina. But this fish towel, you can actually, it's got a Kevlar backing or something, I don't know what it is, but you can actually grab a catfish without getting stuck. What a great deal. That was a great idea. I've been using these little fish towels, clip wipes. They got a nice little clip on them, be able to get onto your belt. Make sure your hands are clean. That's one of the big things, is just being cleaner. Then also I just use a mask. 90% of the time I'll wear a mask just to protect myself from the UV rays. And these are all things that you can get ready before you go to the beach. And another one is hydration. And I've actually been using this Advocare for probably 19 plus years now when I was an athlete. But you can be fully hydrated within 15 minutes if you got enough water with one packet there. And Spark is the energy version. So if you're getting tired on the beach, you don't want to make any mistakes just because you're tired. So I recommend that product. I'll put a link down below. I really like that product. I always have a bottle. My wife got this corksicle for me. I've got lots of bottles. This is just the one I like on going to the beach right now. I'll get a cooler. I won't get a black bottle. I'll have a white bottle when the summer time comes around. But corksicle makes a good bottle, and I just mix up my drinks in there. And then Mike over at Get Out the House, Go Fish gave me these new casking, and I love these. That cuts braid nice. Got the hook on the end. They're comfortable. Clip right on your belt, which is awesome, or on your shorts, which is awesome. I have, if you're gonna go, and I always have a knife. Before I got these casking, I always carried a knife to cut my braid if I needed to. And then I talked about not wearing a lot of sunscreen. This lip balm, I always protect my lips, but lip balm with an SPF is always key. If you're not going to cover your face, your lips get burnt. If you're going out in the morning, make sure that you don't forget your headlamp. And the headlamp is pretty critical if you're going to see. I have another flashlight too to help me on the beach. Remember, turtle season's coming, so no bright lights. You need to have one with has a red sensor on it. So that is, if you're fishing night fishing, you need to make sure that you respect the turtles, and because they're going to come up onto the beach. You need to know where you're going, and that's what that sticker is for, is where are you going. Know what shop you're going to stop at to get your live bait. If you're out of some terminal tackle, you should know by now, by the time you get ready to rock and roll here. I always have my extra terminal tackle. I have hooks, swivels, everything, floats in this. I always have a tape measure. You can get these for about $1 in one of the sewing shops at Walmart or whatever. Miracle thread, if you're using live shrimp or fresh shrimp and clams, if you throw off, I seem to throw off a lot of bait. I don't use it because I'm a little smoother caster, but I usually don't use it, but it's always good to have if you have to have it and get to the next level. Always have a knife. I have a pair of scissors. My knife is if I want to harvest a fish and I want to bleed it out. A pair of scissors makes it easier if you want to bleed your fish out. Really makes it a lot more simple. I always have these fish grips just in case we get into a big red fish or something. You don't want him to get your old fingers. And then one of the big things is I just always make sure I have more rigs. I know that I'm going to get bit off or ran through by a shark at this time of year, so I always have extra braid so I get back fishing again as quick as possible. And then I have ability to make my rigs with me, different pound tests, and then heavier if we know that we're going to get into some bigger fish, some toothier creatures. I always bring a scale because I always want to make sure that I've always got the right weight on a fish. I don't want to say, oh, it was a 17-pound fish and it was actually a 2.5-pound fish. I see that a lot. Maybe I was exaggerating a little bit, but it does happen a lot. I do carry these quick releases, so I can actually always have a bunch of those in this Plano box. And I will show you what's in the Plano box. But always have enough sinkers. You never want to not be fishing because you're out of sinkers. So I do produce these. I do sell those. But you can get those at thesinkerguy.com or a lot of the local shops here in Jacksonville. So the one thing is what we want to always do is we want to show up to the beach with enough bait. You never want to run out of bait. So sometimes we're not able to get some, maybe we can't catch our sand fleas with our sand flea rake. So I have an alternate sand flea flavor fish bite. Crab is the one that most of the time you don't bring to the beach. So I always have crab fish bites with me. And then shrimp and clams. Those are the ones that really work here in Jacksonville. Squid works a little bit offshore and north in Brunswick area. We don't really have a whole lot of success with it. One of the big other things is I always have an extra reel because I do cast open face reels. I do blow one up every once in a while, so I can just if I need to get back to fishing, I know the pompano are here. I don't have very many rods. I can just switch my reel out and get going. The other some safety things that you have to think about is in my box I have my quick releases, and then on the other side I always have extra cash. You never know when you need some extra cash when you're on the beach, or it could be something going on that you need some. But on the other side I always have some extra in here, extra line. My fluorocarbon, but my dad was an electrician, and if you cut yourself on the beach, and we all have done it, if it's a crab knuckle or a crab shell, something, we cut our finger. I don't know what it is with electrical tape, but you can get back to fishing, or you can get yourself taped up to get to the doctor. So just something that I always have in my arsenal, just with me. So one of the big things is the day before I go, I always make sure I check my rods and my reels, make sure that everything's working good. Well, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully this has helped set your next fishing trip up to be a success. Big thing is safety. Make sure that you're safe when you're going out on those beaches. Wear your protective gear, wear your sunscreen. Make sure you take enough water and things to be hydrated. It's going to get hot this summer. When these beaches open back up, there's going to be a lot of people out there. Let's just be safe. These beaches are going to open, and we just need to go out and catch some fish. Good luck out there. Tight lines. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit subscribe down below. Thank you.